you were gonna pop up, man. I saw you liking some of the posts and stuff, man. I saw that feeling gonna pop up on me. How you been, man? How you been? How's your dad?
Doing good.
How's the kids?
They're doing good.
I saw y'all walking downtown that day. I was like, look at that. That nice. You didn't have the kids with you, did you?
No, they were
Just two of y'all.
Hi.
What's up, lady?
Hi.
Hey, come on, man. How you doing? I ain't gonna hook you. You threatened me too. You like, you gonna bring your ass over here, huh? Why not? I understand. Well, don't worry. Blues will make you feel better. I understand.
Hey, so
Same in, man.
we're here with Tez Sherard. I'm David Southers, founder of the Upstate Drummers.
Hey!
We're gonna do a little quick interview before he gets started with the Blues Jam. Tez, why don't you start us out with telling us how you got involved with play and what made you want to get involved with the drums?
Well, first off, I come from a musical family. My dad was a musician. My mom was a vocalist in Southern gospel here in the upstate South Carolina, and pretty much kind of flowed through my veins at an early age. Man, brought up around the Southern gospel, around a lot of musicians. He was a pretty popular musician in the area, so I had a chance to kind of meet and hang and be around and consume a lot of music at an early age.
Yeah, that's cool. I noticed that you like to play Palmetto. You got an endorsement deal with Palmetto Drums?
I do, man. Freddie's my guy, man. Freddie built me my first road kit probably about 7 years ago. You know, I've played and owned all styles, types, sizes, and you know, shell types, prototypes, and stuff from different companies. But I was looking for a certain sound. Wasn't sure what that sound was. For years, I've talked to Freddie, and me and him kind of teasing around about making a kit, but we never really moved forward with it, man. So when I first went out on the road with Edwin, because actually before Edwin, I was doing a top 40 gig where I didn't really need a live acoustic kit. So I was using the Roland V drum kit, believe it or not. And with the stuff I was doing locally, like Shane Pruitt and some of those guys, man, I was using a little Tama kit that I had for many years. So when I got the call to go out with Ed, I had bought a new set, a new kit for the road gig, and I just realized it wasn't giving me what I wanted, man. You know, from venue to venue, I could tell the difference in the wood. I could tell the difference in the clarity of the toms. We do some playbacks and stuff off recorded shows. I noticed that the toms just wasn't resonating like they could. Kick drum wasn't thumping like it could. And so I talked to Freddie, man, just kind of tossed it out to Freddie. I was like, Freddie, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to purchase. He said, well, man, let me build you a kit. Try it out. Tell me what you think. If you don't like it, then bring it back. And if you do, then we'll go from there. And that's where it started, man. So I got about 4 Palmetto kits now. And luckily just inherited one that's a 10th model that he made with his old original badge on it. So that's pretty cool. And it actually kind of made him smile to know that I had received those drums and to see that his work from that far back. I mean, I think it's dated like in the early 90s. To see his work still around, you know, that meant a lot, you know, to him. It means a lot to me too to continue to support his drum building.
Yeah, that's cool. I like Freddie's work.
Yeah.
You mentioned Edwin. How did you come to be the drummer for Edwin?
Edwin lives in Greenville. We're neighbors, actually. We found out. Small world. Basically, the cut of it was his bass player had moved here to Greenville from New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, and me and him kind of ran into each other and jammed and meshed, and they ran into a drummer situation and had been going through different drummers, and he basically kind of tugged on my coattail and said, hey man, you know, I play with Edwin, and it's a possibility he may be looking to hire a new drummer here pretty soon. Are you interested? And I was like, hey, you know, it is what it is, you know, because I was working a lot, but you know, I didn't know much about him. So just out of the blue, one day he called me, man. He was like, hey, man, it's Edwin, man, and, you know, I've heard a lot about you. I've checked you out, and I hear that you are the man, and I would love to have you come out and, you know, and do some road work with us. So he came over to the house, we jammed for about maybe 3 songs, and he's like, you hired.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Kind of funny, man.
Yeah. You talk about how you play out, you know, very often. And, what kind of advice would you give up and coming drummers in the upstate that want to work and they want to stay busy playing?
I tell you, man, I just had that identical conversation with one of my students today. We were talking. That's going to actually come out here tonight and sit in. He came out last week, sat in, and was basically thrown to the dogs. I mean, had never played with seasoned veteran musicians before, and was thrown out into a situation of having to try to play rumbas and shuffles and all this, that, and the other. Some of the biggest advice, me and him talked about this today, is to really study your craft, study your different styles of music, really pay attention to a lot of older players. Nothing against the newer players. Newer players are good. A lot of them experiment. But you got a lot of old players, old school players like Buddy Rich and your Steve Jordan, older school cat Billy Collum, that did cutting edge stuff years ago. That if you go back and you listen to these different styles of music, man, there's a lot of homework that you can pick up from those guys, man. So I'm going through a phase right now with tuning and trying to discover the woods and how to really make drums resonate and stuff like that, man. It's a never-ending quest, man, to try to learn as much as you can about drums. It's a whole lot more to drums than just playing them.
Yeah, definitely.
You can show up with a set and it sounds like crap, and you might not get called again. But just having a good set of drums that's tuned and sound really good and play in the pocket all night long can keep you busy, endlessly busy, working.
All right, man. We appreciate you doing the interview with us.
My pleasure, Dave.
And do you mind if we shine the bright light on you later on and get a drum solo?
Not at all, not at all. This is a blues jam, so it's not really a lot of soloing going on. But from time to time, it might be a little highlighted moment. So
get a little bit of flash out of you.
Yeah. Please come up to the stage. And let me say to you, Dave, thank you for what you do with Upstate Drummers, man. It's a really great thing that you're doing, bringing these drummers together and building a united front, man, for a platform for drummers to come together and talk drum stuff like you're doing now with me. So I hope some of the stuff that I talked about in this interview will help some of the upcoming drummers. I'm on Facebook. Look me up. If anything I can help do for anybody, let me know. If I can give you some advice on tuning or whatever, playing, how to gig, whatever, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you, Dave, again. Thank you, Upstate Drummers, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you, buddy.